Hello guys, welcome back to another week's discussions. We are going over we have two discussions this week, chapter 8 and chapter 9. However, if you're watching this video, we're going over chapter 8. Definitely need a little tripod because that would totally help my arm. It's definitely getting weak because this is now my 5th time filming. Do have new glasses, got a haircut. If you happen to pay attention between the last videos, you can finally see now. So we're going over lesson 8 we're going over the case. Teams drive the fast cars. Reads a little funny. Grammatically, there's something going on there, but we're answering the question, what types of formal and informal groups would you expect to find in a racing team? What roles could each play in helping the team towards a winning season? Now, I'm personally an automotive sports fan. It's, I can confidently say that, apparently can't confidently say confidently, but I can confidently say that racing is a collaborative sport. As a owner of a car, I've experienced that things go wrong with vehicles, and there's a variety of mechanics that specialize in every area of the vehicle, any vehicle. In layman's terms, I wouldn't go to a mechanic for a dent. You would go to a body shop because that's where they specialize. They would get that dent pulled out nicely. It'll look flawless. No insurance. No, vehicle incident report. Save our insurance. But for this case, I'm going to be talking with Formula One because I'm actually into Formula One. There's quite a few things going on with Formula One today. And for example, Ferrari's teams, they have a big scandal right now because the engineers wound up being able to kind of sidebar the FIA guidelines for Formula One racing, and they wound up injecting more fuel into their fuel rails, which allowed the engine to rev higher, go faster, and that's why they were always winning and taking away at every championship. But they just paid the FIA off, and they just started losing this happened in 2014, and just started losing that same year. And so we'll go ahead and go back into this. Well, the same thing applies for racing. Therefore, all members of a respective team are specialists. Within this case, the statement, while most fans will be quick to point out the driver, the manager, and the pit as the racing team members, shops, mechanics, parts fabrications, aerodynamics experts are just as essential to a team's performance. This says it all. There are many specialists that come together to create a car. For example, top 2 this season for 2020 is Red Bull, and they're behind Mercedes in number 1 spot. Ferrari is holding tight in either 4th or 5th. But anyways, Red Bull, they're not a car company, and how they participate is by having Honda build their engines, and Honda actually is backing out of the FIA because of the coronavirus. They're saving their money to move their economic line towards EV, which is electric vehicles like Tesla, which is the future. Everybody's trying to do it, and it's honestly what needs to be done. Now, without it, that leaves Red Bull without basically a heart because their car can't move without an engine. Okay. Anyways, so I'm explaining to you how essential it is to have everybody in unison with this team. So for formal teams are described by all being as a collection of professionals created and officially designated to serve a specific purpose. A couple of weeks ago, vlogger Nolan Sykes created a vlog focused on the dark side of Formula racing. This is, ironically, he informed viewers of some common knowledge of Formula racing, which is that all Formula vehicles use the same tires. This year, and since 2011, the same tire company, Pirelli, has been creating tires for Formula One drivers. And the purpose of having all teams utilize the same tires is for the same reason that Formula One is for the same reason why they have their cars naturally aspirated. Which is no forced induction like turbos or superchargers, nothing like that. It's to create an even playing field for all engineers. While Ulbein defines informal groups as those which emerge and coexist as a shadow to the formal structure and without any assigned purpose or official endorsement. With regards to this case study, informal groups are found mostly in rally racing. Group B from the World Rally Class Racing, which is what Australia is to the world, it's lost. And Group B, which was into the world, which was lost. I'm sorry. Group B is a world rally class that had no safety regulations. Basically, they had no FIA, and it was just really rally racing on rugged terrain. Unfortunately, the world famous duo Henry Tovian and Sergio Cresto for the Lancia. It's not an American car. Nobody would know about it. It's called a Lancia. It's actually over there in Europe, but they're actually a car company. Like we're now, anyways. They changed rally racing for everyone after the crash. Just 4 miles into the race, on their first lap, the duo launched into a ravine, and this is where the gas tank lit on fire and then killed them instantly. And ultimately, Group B was canceled by the FIA, and the two were well-known duo for racing, and their deaths influenced the automotive industry to create a safety regulation for all rally racing. So that when they're driving in rally racing, they have two people that are driving. One person's the one, they never driven the track before. It's just randomly placed out, and the drivers have to force the second driver. They have a co-driver with them, for example, and their job is literally just to inform the driver what's coming up. Clearly, Sergio Cresto didn't see the ravine, and Henry Tovian thought he can slide his car around the lap, getting some dirt, but ended up falling down into the ravine, which was just awful. And it's just to exemplify that whole class of racing was totally informal. They had no, it literally it was called Group B because Group A is actually regulated. They have specific regulations. I was going over Formula One with the tires, but Group B is definitely an informal group in racing. Well, I'm gonna wrap my discussion up here because we are at 7 minutes, and I think I'm not supposed to go past 6 minutes. But well, I'll see you in the next discussion. Have a good day.